Ah, shit, I forgot a joke. Oh, well. Hi, everybody! Welcome to
My
the
life.
game room. My name
Oh.
is LukeTheDM. It's my job to kill everybody. Welcome. Good evening. As you can see, we are officially in spooky mode here in the game room. It's not quite October yet, but close enough, so god damn it, it's Spooktober. Um, how you doing? Welcome. Welcome. Hope everybody's having a lovely evening. Tonight we have a very, very special Tealeaf Adventuring Company mission. We have a party of 5 that has agreed to go into the Accursed Archive. Some without realizing what exactly they're committing to, but nonetheless, these are some of my personal favorite missions. Mixes it up a little bit, changes the rules, changes the motives, changes the strategies a little bit. So these are fun to sprinkle in occasionally. Um, but first, we're gonna catch you up to speed on some TGR announcements and the like. Um, Open my calendar here. So next time we'll see you would be Monday. That's gonna be a D&D TAC mission DM'd by Mr. TheCursedKraken. Uh, Tuesday night, that would be October the 5th. We're gonna play some Phasmophobia here in the game room.
That's
Real
an awesome
spooky.
game.
Yeah, I love that game. Unfortunately, I won't be there to play, but
Don't worry, me and Per will carry.
Me,
um,
pasta, sirens,
yeah,
and wee woo.
And the
nice.
and the
Oh,
other type of siren.
oh, it's the screaming sirens. Oh,
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it. Yeah, so definitely want to be here for Phasma. That's a super fun game. Um, something something screaming joke. Uh, Thursday, Mr. Wee Woo will be DMing. I've got a wedding to go to, so I will be gone for the weekend, leaving a Thursday night. So, enjoy all of that fun stuff, and the spooky theme will continue all throughout the month of October. Be having some spooky themed D&D sessions if I can remember to plan that accordingly. But yeah, happy Halloween in October, everybody. Other than that, we've got a couple of backstory missions lined up for this month. That probably won't be fitting the spooky theme, but we gotta do them anyway. We've got Miss Callie is unlocked her backstory mission. That'll be coming up in a couple weeks, and then the week after that is going to be the snack story part 2. Sartuk has unlocked his second backstory mission, so lots of hilarity, lots of fun times in both of these. I'm sure they're going to be both unique and awesome and special and epic and hilarious in their own right. So definitely be here for that. I'm pretty pumped about that. So got those to look forward to. Enough of my blabbing. I think we are ready to begin this mission. Is everybody ready? Everybody comfortable? Everybody got a drink? Everybody good to go?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
Then,
Thinking all of your
Who's
life
gonna get over
choices.
here?
I am. I'm so concerned.
oh, poor Krikit. Then tonight's mission
You're
begins
concerned.
as they always do in the beautiful free city of Kadoria on a lonely peninsula to the north of the Midnight Sea, and there on that main central thoroughway drag known as Avandris Alley, right where it turns right into the south onto Melora's Way in that central town square known as Ava's Piazza, sits a beautiful 3-story mansion which now serves as the Tealeaf Adventuring Company Guild Hall. And it's a early fall evening. The weather has definitely leaned into the cooler temperatures of fall, kind of the brisk, chill autumn air, refreshing and both foreboding at the same time. As right around dinner time or so, we find tonight's 5 heroes relaxing, enjoying a bit of a respite from the chaos that is working for the Tealeaf Adventuring Company. But thoughts linger on the mind of our heroes, and unanswered questions haunt the air like sort of miasma, this lingering thirst for knowledge. And I think most of you have been before, but maybe not all. There's always that temptation, there's always that risk, that ever-present back burner option, if it's worth the danger, to get the answers that you seek. Is it worth it to brave the accursed archive? Tonight, our heroes have chatted amongst themselves and decided that in this particular case, we have questions that need answering. So, the five of you gather in the Tealeaf Adventuring Company Guild Lounge, and you would find Marigold Streamstep, dressed in her cozy, knitted sweater, kind of just sitting by the fire, probably reading herself, sipping on some tea, nice and cozy. Still looking a lot better than she did about a month ago, but still not fully recovered from the wound from the Rakshasa and the Divan Order. But she is insightful enough to kind of sense this tension arising in the guild lounge as the five of you conspire. So she reads her book and occasionally kind of glances up, and she's not necessarily looking like she's avoiding conversation, but it seems like she's not going to initiate it.
Do I go to ask her? I could just write her a message. That way it'll be less awkward.
Hey, Marigold!
Hi! Krikit! Oh my goodness, hi!
Yeah.
It's so nice to see you. Hello!
Yeah, you too. How you doing?
Oh, I've been better, but I'm hanging in there. I'm doing okay. How are
you look great.
Oh, thank you. You're too sweet. You're too sweet.
We've got some questions. Do you want to just come over to our table? I can get you a drink.
That would be really excellent. Sure. I
We
and
can
you
come
see
to you.
she like
We can come to you. We can come to you.
no, I got this. And she wild shapes into like a small hummingbird, flits over to the table, and then wild shapes back into her halfling self and kind of collapses into a chair a little bit.
Krikit has the off awe in her eyes as she's watching this. I'll get a drink. I'll be right back. And she just goes to get some drinks.
Cool.
There's servants for that, Krikit. Hi, Miss Marigold.
Hi, Brenna. Nice to see you again and hear from you again.
We're all looking very innocent, I see. Which that we're being
there's like that like, awkward like.
Like, hi, Marigold.
I like how Marigold is like, again. Brenna's messaging her every day.
Brenna is restraining herself. Thank you very much. For the most part. Everyone sounds like your hair looks really pretty. No, I'm kidding.
They're gonna bring our drinks over.
Okay, thank you,
Krikit
Krikit.
hops up on a stool.
So, Miss Marigold, I think a few of us had some, like Callie and Ciarenne, at least I know they've been wondering something like me, and we were wondering about maybe going in the library.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I've been poking around in there too. Less so since, but
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely. If you're up for, I regrettably, I don't know if I'm necessarily feeling up to it myself, but you're all capable and cautious and intelligent adventurers. I trust you. Is there anything in particular? Maybe I could, preemptively answer some questions, save you the trip, or...
We're
Look at
like looking on how to fix Shadow.
because she's not dead. She's
She's like one of those creature things, but like also if
Oh.
we keep going in there, like other
She
people could be
hurts.
turned like that.
yeah.
So
Oh.
it might be good to figure out what the process is to like reverse it.
Yeah, that's honestly something that I genuinely have no idea about. That's a very good question. Okay. Just promise me you'll be as careful as possible, and just, as long as you're quiet, actually, it's pretty safe.
Krikit. You'll be
Yeah.
quiet.
I will try my best.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Krikit, you've never been in before, have you?
No, but
Oh.
if it can help Shadow, I want to try.
That's very, very kind of you. Just as a reminder, the archives are a very strange realm,
Okay.
and there are certain types of magic that seem to be nullified while you're within there. In particular, it seems that the passage of time is strange and doesn't abide by normal physics as we would think of them. Certain types of divination and teleportation magic seem ineffective, and healing magic has almost no effect at all. I know you in particular don't have access to a whole lot of spells, but the few you do, I would just advise caution. Sometimes things can have unintended effects.
Okay. So like my cape? Could I use that or no? Would you say don't?
I wouldn't risk it personally.
Okay. Oh, what about my sickle? Could I do that maybe? Or no, you wouldn't suggest that either.
Perhaps. I just
Okay.
be prepared for the worst, I would say.
Okay.
So, like, healing magic doesn't work, but like, what if I needed to remove like a poison or a disease? You think that would work? Obviously, nothing removes those damn things the shadows give you, but like, I don't know what if.
I'm honestly not quite sure about that one.
Okay.
I haven't run into that yet, but
Okay. If Marigold doesn't know, then nobody knows.
I suppose if you're ready, then I'll just, and she like happens to have the index and Caranatus like tucked with her, like
Yeah, I would
just
not let
carrying
that out
it
of your
all the time.
sight, lady. Where's Karbah?
Two
Right
secs.
here, or-
Yeah, definitely. Go ahead, Callie.
Callie, you can have all the sex you want.
I mean, I do, but that's not the point.
Wow.
But I'm just gonna pop 2 aid spells, so everybody is +5 max HP.
Nice.
I will do that before we enter in case it doesn't work once we get in there.
Oh, and
Very
I will
smart.
cast comprehend languages on myself.
Okay, probably a very good spell to have while you're going into a library.
And then I will ritually cast water breathing. Because
Bucket, why not?
And my bird is out.
Okay.
He's with me.
Should I
think you
use?
were poop last time, maybe. I'm not sure, but
Maybe not.
What you got, Krikit?
Yeah, I had so my boots. I don't know if I should use those or not while we're in there.
I mean, I feel like your boots are probably safe.
Okay. And also before we go, do we want any bombs? I'm just saying, in
it's
case.
not a bad idea.
Just, you know.
I love this sweet little Krikit. Anybody want any bombs?
I mean, you're totally like the bomb queen, so
Okay, but if I can't use my cape and stuff, like I'm just saying if we want them as like a last
I think
resort.
that's probably like a smart idea. Yeah.
Okay, I will get the bombs.
All right. Sticky boom booms you're
Someone
referring
just
to?
set us
Yeah.
up for bomb.
Sticky boom booms are 75 apiece.
And I can get how many per the session or whatever?
I believe it's 5 total for everyone for the session. So like if you wanted to buy all 5, you could, but there's
Yeah,
only 5 allowed.
I'm gonna
amongst-
buy all 5.
All right, so that would be
And
300, that'd be 420, 470, 425. I
Okay.
can math. No, that'd be 370. God damn it! I've been drinking a little wine. 375. 375.
375.
I'll give you 150 gold for that too.
You stop it! No,
No.
I'm not taking it. Do you guys each want one, or do you want me to hang on to all of them, or do we? I don't know what you want to do.
You know what? I'd like you to hold on to mine at least.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I need a. I don't feel like you're an expert at that sort of thing.
Oh,
It's
I don't know about.
She's like,
Okay,
have you ever seen her when she like poofs above someone and then like drops the bombs and it is like slow falling above? It's so fucking cool.
I think was I
thanks, Callie.
Is Karbah with us, or is he like near
Yeah,
us?
where's
Maybe we might want to
Karbah?
invite him to come with us.
Yeah,
Some
because
Karbah's been
Brenna
lingering.
doesn't know him that well, but
Karbah, do you,
but
Karbah, do you want to hang on to your own bomb, or do you want me to hang on to yours?
What about a bomb?
Do you want one, or do you want me to hang on to yours?
I didn't know there was any bombs. I suppose you can hang on to it.
Okay, if you need it, I've got it.
Yeah. So I don't know if you heard, Karbah. We'll have to be really quiet when you can't talk. You're in the library. I just want to remind you.
Yeah, now that you mention it, maybe we better be very careful with bombs in the library.
Oh,
Like I said, it's a very it's a last resort kind of thing.
I mean, it could be a good distraction if we like throw it over in like an area and they go investigate that first while we like hightail it out the other way, possibly. I don't know how that works.
That could be. That could be.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I mean, it's more of a situational thing. I'm not trying to use it right away, like right when we get in or anything. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Definitely hang on to mine.
Okay, I've got everybody's. So if you need them, just ask.
Trust you to use them judiciously.
Ask quietly.
Quietly.
Does anybody else need to do anything before we go?
I can't use potions, so
Yeah.
do my sales for the week.
I'm good to go. Just make sure everybody marks down that your max HP is increased by 5 for this mission.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
thank you.
Alrighty. So after a brief moment of preparation and planning, the party gathers around and Marigold bestows the Index Incarnatus upon you, and you guys all circle around, joining hands as the ritual begins and the book begins to slowly, almost reading Rainbow style, page lazily after page to start rapidly increasing, seemingly unending, infinite flurry of paper and wind, and you all feel this horrible, sucking, pulling sensation that draws you in, and your vision goes dark. Suddenly you find yourself very nauseated, dizzying, disoriented, your vision kind of blurrily coming back. And the 5 of you find yourselves in a strange stone chamber, all in a row, and looking in front of you, there appears to be just this pristine silver mirror, and you can see all of your reflections in front of you. In the center of this chamber is a simple wooden chest, and you notice probably first behind you, both in the mirror and if you look over your shoulder, there is a rather simple looking iron braced wooden door.
Krikit will whisper, just so that you know.
We don't have to be quiet until we're in the library proper, correct?
Typically how it's worked, yeah.
Typical.
Krikit is gonna whisper nonetheless. She's going to just kind of be like,
I forgot to ask. Do we have a way back?
No.
So like usually when we get to like the area where the books and stuff, there's like a little bell, and if you ring the bell, it like poofs you out.
Okay, good to know. Okay, cool.
But you have to get there, and if you can't get there, well, we haven't had that happen yet, but I suppose it's a risk.
Krikit will take your hand, and she's just
I'll get you there. It'll be okay.
Yeah, I mean,
We got this.
worst comes to worst, one of us can carry you again. All right.
So that's a good point. To start off, does anyone currently have any existing levels of exhaustion? Or are you
No.
guys all cured up? Okay.
I'm all cured up.
Perfect. Perfect.
All right.
Do we open the chest or we just go through the door? I just don't know how it works.
Well, like
You-
we gotta, I guess, figure it out. I'm assuming the door behind us is probably locked.
Okay, well, I'll try it just to be sure, right? Okay.
Krikit's gonna walk over to the door and just try it, just to see if it's locked.
Krikit moves over, and
Are we on a map now? Cool.
You are on a map.
Yeah.
It does appear that the door is locked. There is a keyhole, but it is locked. What's also weird is that the door isn't necessarily like attached to a wall. It's just sort of like this floating door. Like you could walk like behind the door. It's just...
Okay.
Is there anything like in the reflection that doesn't appear to be accurate? Like if I like wave my hand, is it the correct hand that actually reflects back?
You wave your hand, and the reflection Callie also waves her hand.
Okay.
If you want to look for finer details, you can absolutely make me an investigation check.
Sure.
Can Krikit step up with her and kind of help assist her, like kind of point out things?
So you guys are the bottom half of the screen, and the reflections are the top, just so you know.
Oh, okay.
You should be able to move both, though.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
That's good to know. All right. Let me zoom out. I didn't. All right. But I did roll. I don't know if that's an advantage because of Krikit, but.
Yeah, so looking together, as Krikit kind of moves out of the way, you notice there's like a bit of a gleam in the mirror that kind of catches your eye. And you notice, kind of facing towards you, which you haven't necessarily gone to the other side of the chest yet, but there seriously appears to be like a golden plaque on the front of the chest in the mirror.
All right. I'm gonna go and try to read it.
All right. So as you walk around, you can move your token.
Yep. I will.
Kind of going to the other side. You notice that on your chest, there's no golden plaque. There appears to be a discrepancy between the mirror.
All right. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to read it with her there. So I will move back to the side a little bit and then kind of like go up. Do I have line of sight to be able to see?
Yeah, you could probably make it out.
Okay.
The golden plaque in the mirror. It's a little bit tricky because the letters are like backwards, like mirrored, but taking the time to kind of slowly piece it together, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words that you can make out.
Okay.
The words say, again, reversed and mirrored, always coming from take me down.
I don't know what that means. Always coming from taking me down? And that's on the...
That's in the mirror on the chest, so it'd kind of be like
Okay.
like this. Can't really.
Yeah.
Like this little area right here. So it should show up right here,
Uh-huh.
but it's not for some reason.
Huh.
Can I investigate the chest on the side we're on?
Sure. You go ahead and roll investigation. All right. So kind of stepping up, taking a closer look. You notice that that golden plaque is missing, and the chest seems to be sealed. Like there's not really a way to open it. There's no handles or key lids or hinges or anything. It seems to be sealed.
Okay. And there's no markings or anything? I don't notice anything like that?
No.
Okay.
Luke, do the doors appear to match?
The doors, as you look at a cursory glance, seem to match. There's nothing that kind of strikes you as odd. However, I need everyone else to make a perception check.
Okay.
Everyone except for Karbah.
Perception, you said?
Yes. So all of you notice this, which is really unsettling. But as Karbah goes to look back at his door, the reflection remains staring straight forward at Karbah.
Ooh.
And then immediately kind of turns and starts matching Karbah again as Karbah goes towards the...
Luke, did you just fucking rickroll us?
Never.
Did he?
I think possibly.
Talking about InPurrGalactic.
Can I go up?
You're good.
Can I move up to the mirror? And just I'm not gonna touch it, but can I try to investigate? Like I just want to see if like there's a frame around it, if it's just a mirror. Like I'm looking for details or anything out of the ordinary of it.
Make an investigation check.
Not great.
As
for the
far
10.
as you can tell, it seems to be this like perfectly smooth, almost silvery solid surface. There's no frame to it. It seems like almost the wall itself seems to be just the mirror.
The cameras are frozen.
Oh, it does appear that way.
So it's actually an OBS issue. If you don't have OBS actively open, the cameras won't stay with it.
Okay.
Or if you tab off, if you tab off, like the map, like if you have two windows open and you tab off of one and people are moving, it's when you go back to that map, it's gonna blink them to wherever they went.
Oh, it's obnoxious.
Okay.
Yeah,
Seems to be working okay now.
Keep control of.
Maybe.
I'm going to take one of the darts out of my pocket, the ones that I
Okay.
usually sacrifice to my sickle,
Sure.
and I'm just gonna gently touch it to the mirror. I just want to see what might happen.
You see the mirror cricket also pull out a dart, slowly touch, and as you touch the mirror, the surface almost ripples like water. And it
Okay.
kind of spreads like the rings start to emanate out across the entire mirror. And as it kind of ripples and distorts a little bit, you can see as it begins to settle, the clone cricket looks at you and just holds the dart and just kind of...
Okay. Does it look like it was so it was rippling through? Did it look like it was gonna let the dart through or no?
Not quite.
Not quite. Okay.
Yeah.
Can somebody help me look at the chest? I feel like we're missing something about it, but I'm not seeing it if we are.
I have an idea.
Okay. What's your idea?
Break the chest.
Okay. Can we try to open it in a different way first, just in case?
It looks sealed to me.
There's no unbreaking it once we break it, and maybe we need it intact.
How about this before we try to break it? Is there any kind of way to try and open it? I have thieves' tools.
It
It
does- it
seems
appears to
sealed,
be
but you could
sealed.
try.
No.
Yeah, I mean it's like sealed shut. So
Does there look to be, besides the plaque, a keyhole, or does it look that it's also sealed on the mirrored side, or?
It appears that the seal, or the plaque, almost acts as like a hinge that would open and then the lid would open. Like the plaque itself is almost like a lock.
So what if I went over and opened the plaque in the air, so that my reflection would do the same thing?
I mean, you could give it a try, yeah.
Yeah.
They haven't turned our backs on us, though. That's the only thing.
I don't know.
Inside
Did they
one.
when Callie went and looked at the front of it?
I can't move my token.
No one noticed,
Yeah.
but maybe.
We could test that theory.
Can
So, in that
I
respect,
will-
we could come from behind the chest and give it a reach around.
You should be able to move your token. Or...
maybe I need to reload roll 20.
Did that work? Can you move this one?
That's a
No.
big one.
I'll reload roll 20.
Okay, yeah, it might just be a reload thing. Okay. But, so what do you guys want to do?
I defer to those that work with me.
I mean, I'm fine with trying this, but I am going to keep my eyes focused on our clones. I'm not going to really look at our own chest.
Okay, Callie, I trust you. What are we trying to do? at this point, though?
So
Break
we're
open the chest?
no, so we're like trying to see if we can pretend to open our chest, like where the
Oh, okay,
plaque would
okay,
be,
yeah.
and see if it'll open on their side.
Okay.
So basically, I'm reaching over the chest to.
Kind of blindly. Okay. It doesn't appear to like. You personally have no place to grab purchase to try to open it.
Right, so I'm just trying to reach over, pull back, get some. Not really a grip, but just nails
Yeah.
as low as I can and grab up.
All right,
Hopefully,
make me just a straight strength roll.
Yeah, that's it. Have the fucking bard do it.
Yep.
You got
I mean,
Jack of all trades, baby.
I was gonna say one of these bards could do it.
I still can't move my token, so
Wish I had help.
That's really weird.
I can move it in GM mode on the main map, but when I come into
I-
player mode, I can't move it.
You know what's really weird is the token itself doesn't have the setting, but there you go. You should be able to move it now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you go ahead and give it a good old fashioned yoink, and it's not budging. It's firmly sealed to the ground. It's not though. You get the sense though that this plaque has something to do with opening it.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Luke, but like this whole mirror goes the length of this, right? Like the width of
Wall
it.
to
I
wall,
can't.
wall to wall.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
I know the token looks like there might be little corners, but
Okay.
metagame wise, Per did say that he rickrolled us, and the phrase on there is the opposite, just like the mirror is the opposite of like stuff.
Yeah,
mirroring
I-
it. So we just
That's what I was gonna say.
say it. Yeah.
I'm gonna go over to the chest and say, never gonna give you up.
it's just unhinges and opens.
Yes.
A nice velvet interior with a single iron key.
Nice job, Per.
Nice.
Good job.
You got that rickroll fast. You got that.
You
rickroll
did,
bar.
you did.
I love it.
All right, so we're good.
Sartuk gets credit for getting that one first.
Yeah. So we've got the key now to try the door, right?
Yeah, I am not gonna turn my fucking back on these bitches though, because I don't trust that one, and I point at myself. And I'm going to basically
So-
just step backwards, just slowly inching my way back towards the door.
Okay.
But
Go for
I'm gonna. I want Brenna to back up first.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Which side is the fake side? The real side?
The real side's the bottom.
It's at the bottom.
So,
Alright.
Luke, I have a question for you.
Sure, what's up?
On my investigation of the door with the keyholes, would I have noticed the keyhole on the back side of the door as well?
No, only the front facing the mirror. No.
Okay.
So, Brenna, as you step away, your
Oh, God.
reflection matches you, but stays close in the forefront.
Oh.
Oh, I don't fucking like that at all.
I wave at myself.
She does not wave back. In fact,
You're not
you see
like-
a look of concern and puzzled horror on Brenna's face. Her reflection has a look of almost gleeful, intense. This crooked.
Oh, should we do
evil
this? She looks
smile.
She looks spooky, guys.
Figure if we do it, it'd probably be easier.
I
Alright.
cast a message spell to myself. I'd be like,
You what?
hello.
Sorry?
Message spell at myself. Say hello. Are you a thing?
You hear your own voice in your head.
Okay.
It just kind of echoes, but there's no response from your reflection per se.
The reflection doesn't like act different at all. Okay.
Nope.
Okay, Karbah, you wanna try to work on that? I'm gonna stay here because there's something not right.
Yeah. That's scary. Ciarenne,
So-
what are you doing? What if you like run over here and I don't know.
Who's got the key right now?
I would
That
assume
would be,
Karbah's at the chest.
yeah.
Okay.
It would be. I think. Ciarenne had spoken the words to open it, and Karbah
Okay.
grabbed the key. Yeah.
All right. Karbah, come on. I'll back up and I will go to the side of the door.
All right.
don't know.
Your reflection stays where it is.
Uh-huh.
It almost scowls in this very like adorable but ferocious cricket.
All right.
Okay.
I am gonna move my token here and be like,
Okay.
okay, you want to go? We'll go.
They don't want us to leave? Or they're trying to help us and this is the wrong thing to do?
You see your reflection, Callie, almost smirk and shrug and nod. She pulls out the pike and looks over at Reflection Brenna. Reflection Brenna almost willfully exposing her torso. And I need you to make me an attack roll.
What?
Okay.
Allie's killing Brenna?
She could be.
We got to go.
All right, does a 24 hit Brenna?
Yeah.
All right, Brenna, you're going to take 8 points of piercing damage plus 2 points of poison.
Real?
As you feel this sudden, horrible, piercing sensation, kind of feel that warm sensation of blood. And Callie, you feel like a little bit, like, not winded per se, but like a little exerted, as you...
You said 10 total?
Yes, it'll be 10 total.
Was poison and piercing?
Yep.
Okay.
Like
We
Krikit
have to go.
looks
Go.
over and she sees that happen.
Ow.
Like she legitimately takes like the real Brenna, not the shadow one, takes some damage. Yes.
Yeah.
I scream like a coward.
Wow.
Karbah, get the door.
Get the door, get the door.
No. I have an idea.
Ow!
The door's a trap!
I'm getting hurt.
The room's a trap.
The room's a trap.
Oh, hear me out.
Up fast. Right now. I'm gonna kill you.
Karbah's gonna make his way to the mirror, key outstretched.
Okay.
Krikit will.
You
move
see
back
your
up next to him.
reflection also outstretch his hand, but he does not have a...
Can I just run over here?
Sure.
Callie uses Sentinel. No, I'm just kidding.
Jeez.
I think we should just go. Just put the key in.
Krikit, you see your reflection look towards Karbah with this like sinister little goblin and just go straight for a couple gut punches. I need you to attack roll fists.
Oh no. Just my regular unarmed, not my sunbolt. Okay. 2, you said?
Yep.
Oh, 17 on the first one. Does that hit?
Oh, yeah.
For 7. And 20.
Ooh,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
And for 5.
All right, so 12 points of bludgeoning damage. As you just suddenly, as you're holding out this key, feel this. You kind of hear like the sickening crack in your torso as you notice your reflection getting pummeled and you feeling the toll.
And this
But
is
your
our.
reflection still almost eagerly, desperately holding out its hand for the key.
These are our reflections doing that, but we're
reflect-
taking the damage.
The reflections are making the attacks, but you're taking the damage.
I'm gonna punch the mirror.
All right,
Oh my
make an
God.
attack roll.
I think we should try to leave.
23.
23, go ahead and
Just
roll to
use
hit.
the key. We have the key. Let's
All right,
use the key.
you slam your fist, and it feels like hitting water. You kind of feel this like splash liquid,
Okay, yeah.
and kind of the reverberation kind of shocks you a little bit, and you see your reflection again kind of shake its finger at you.
I'm gonna.
What if we just try the key? Just try it.
Right, you gonna try the key or what? Because the thing says always coming from take me down. I think take me down means destroy the mirror. So unless somebody's got another idea, I'm gonna punch it again.
We said the opposite of all the words, and we got
I'm
the
gonna,
key.
I'm
But
gonna just say, I'm sorry for this little one, and I'm gonna slap Krikit with a thunderclap.
Well,
What?
All right, Krikit, make me a con save.
Okay.
All right.
Son of a bitch.
You sort of look and turn, like, out of shock as there's this, like, small little shockwave. But you see a reflection also look shocked and in an instant just completely dissipate. Cricket.
Nice.
Luke, your mic's too far from your mouth.
I am
It's
so
only
sorry.
picking up. It's only picking up every other word.
That's so obnoxious. Okay. So you see as the shockwave hits the reflection Cricket, that reflection is dissipated, leaving Cricket reflectionless.
So we kill ourselves?
I mean, it says take me down, and the only thing I could think of was the mirror. So thanks, goodbye.
Oh, I figured if they're gonna hit each other, we might as well hit ourselves.
I'm gonna
I like
And I'm gonna arm strike
can I punch
myself
you?
in the face.
You're just gonna punch yourself in the face?
I'll punch myself in the face.
All right, roll to hit. I mean, I guess you could willingly. You're not gonna dodge yourself, so you just punch yourself in the face. You take 0 damage, and your reflection dissipates.
Okay.
Nice. Krikit will walk over to Callie. Callie, I'm sorry. She punches her.
All right, go ahead.
I go.
As you just go,
Brenna, is this about the shoes? The comment about the shoes?
No.
You-
Come here, can I go over and I just slap her a little bit?
all right, and solving the puzzle, you guys quickly manage to dissipate
Oh my god, I was
your.
gonna murder.
You dissipate all of your reflections, leaving you alone in the room with the key.
Awesome.
Has the mirror dropped?
The mirror is still there.
Sorry, Ciarenne.
Something tells me we need to go through the mirror to put the key in the other door.
Do you want me to try it? I'll go.
Okay, I can pull you back maybe with my ring if you get in danger.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Krikit's gonna try to walk through.
I'm gonna
As
get a little
Cricket
closer.
Steps through. You pass through the mirror, almost like stepping through this like threshold of like icy. The sound is very. It sounds almost like being underwater in a sense. Like everything sort of seems distorted and dissonant and echoey. But you're present, and you look back, and you can see your friends through that same threshold. But you seem to be okay.
I think it's okay, guys. I mean, can you hear me? I say, not knowing if they can actually hear me.
You guys look back, you can hear Cricket.
Is it safe, Krikit?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little weird
You
going
hear-
through, but
You hear their voices, again, distorted and reflected in return. You can barely make out what they're trying to say, but it almost muffles through some sort of like surface. It's very hard.
Krikit just gives a thumb up.
Okay, so maybe someone else should step through because I'm not going to be the second person to
I'll
step
do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll walk right through.
All right.
All right, you guys.
Okay.
I will be the
separate
last one
through.
over in case. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Thank you, Callie. You're so brave. You hurt really hard, and I didn't like that.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
All right, all of you guys making it through. Again, this strange, dissonant, echoey sort of sensation. Very weird, auditory dissonance. But Karbah still has the key.
Do we want to bother with this chest at all now that we're over here? Do we want to look inside? Or...
I don't see why not. We probably should.
Okay. Krikit will go over. If you guys are good, I'll open it.
Inside, you find 3 of these strange little like rune stones. They're like maybe about the size of, geez, I don't know, the size of that, like a hockey puck, with this like strange kind of metallic texture to it. The luster is weird. It refracts the light in this sort of otherworldly way. But that is bonus to loot because you guys were curious. So we will add that to the end of the mission.
All right, sweet.
Yay.
All right, so I guess we're trying this door with the key.
Yeah.
All right. As you walk up to the door and try the key, the door unlocks and pushes open into the next chamber.
I hate this place.
Is it dark in the next chamber, or?
The next chamber appears to be light. It's lit.
Okay. Krikit will step in unless somebody tells her not to.
Yeah, I think
Go for it.
the
All right.
transition room has historically been safe.
Oh, that's
Historically.
good.
Great.
Luke. My
All right.
man.
All of you guys step through into the next room, because I'm going to just bring you all, because it's safe.
Mhm.
And let me hop you all there. You guys are big. And the next room is a very small, tight chamber. A strange mosaic on the ground. The door you entered from, another door opposite it, and a strange pillar in the center of the room with a singular button.
We want to try the button?
I'm just gonna go with maybe we should spread out before we touch the button.
That's not a bad idea, yeah. Who do you guys want me to touch the button?
I mean, I've got reach. I could potentially poke it from a further distance.
Okay, sure. Krikit will walk over to the corner just to have some distance.
Yeah.
And I'm ready when you guys are.
Fuck it. I will bonus action rage just so I can get the tail, and since the tail has reach, I will poke it with the tail.
All right, you kind of just lash the button with your tail. You guys suddenly hear the sound of stone rumbling on stone from above you, and you look up, noticing that the ceiling of this room is nothing but large, massive, pointy, sharp, protruding spikes, and the ceiling begins to seem to be slowly rolling towards you. You also,
You had a chance to say something.
on the opposite door, the exit, presumably, there are a series of glowing glyphs that outline the door that are starting green and slowly fading away. And as you watch over the glyphs begin to turn from green into yellow as
I'm gonna go for the
Standing
door.
hourglass.
Yeah. Just as soon as that starts to happen, I would go to this door and try it.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, Luke is cutting out for me a lot.
I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
he's cutting out for me too.
I don't know why my mic is like
agree.
in my mouth.
You probably it's
Okay.
probably not a mic issue. It's probably your sound threshold on your Discord.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You might have a sound threshold.
I haven't fucked with settings at all, which is really obnoxious, but I'll work on that.
If it's automatic, you probably need to make it off automatic and take it just down a notch.
Okay, let me work on that. But as you guys voice active, take it down a notch. Okay, is that better?
Yeah.
Maybe.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Okay. So as you guys scramble and run towards the door, as the ceiling slowly grinding lower and lower, you're trying to look for a way to open the door. There's no handle. There's no hinges. There's no seams. There's just these runes that are slowly turning from a yellow into an orange, kind of fading, wrapping around the upper corners, getting closer and closer together.
My comprehend languages help understand what the runes are.
They are not necessarily a language. They're magical in origin. You
Okay,
get there's
okay.
some sort of like evocation-based magic.
I hate to say it, but an immovable rod would come in handy right now.
I'll show you what a mobile rod.
Whoa.
Easy. Glyphs go from orange, burning red. There's just a few small runes apart from each other.
I would punch it unless somebody's...
The ceiling above you is now inches. I'd say probably
We're not
Callie.
that smart that fast.
Callie is probably the tallest one here.
Probably.
Yeah, Callie's probably over 6 feet tall. It's now like maybe like a foot away from Callie's head and slowly grinding even closer. Callie's kind of almost crouching.
What do we do?
Is it? Can you push any of the runes or
Press the
anything?
button.
I'd try to touch him.
The runes do not seem to have any way of interacting.
Anything else again?
And look around
Press
the
the
room.
button.
Is anyone pushing the button?
I'll push it.
Press the
You
button.
press the button again, you hear this noise, and the ceiling
Oh.
grinds back up to its original height.
Oh!
Are the glyphs on the door still...
The glyphs
Red
seem
or-
to flash and then reset back to their original position, but they are not progressing.
Okay.
Okay. That was really scary. Let's not press things or touch things in the future.
Krikit will look around the room to see if there's any kind of hint about how to get through the door in any way, like a code somewhere. She's really not sure, but she'll look around.
Make an investigation check.
Oh yeah, I know everything.
Yeah, you're looking around. There's a lot of spikes. There's the door you entered from. There's the exit door and the button. That's about it.
Yeah, guys, we're in a room. Yeah.
I look around to see if I like notice anything other than. Does anything seem different?
You
than
notice
just
the exact same
tile?
Krikit that Krikit seemed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just
So
a room.
the door that we came in from doesn't seem to have any of these types of runes or anything on them.
The runes are here or on this door?
They're on this. They are surrounding the frame of this door.
Hmm.
Do they look like they could be a language?
No, because Brenna has comprehend languages. It just seems to be like glyphs of evocation-based magic.
It's Cleopatra on the divan.
Kind of, yeah.
Maybe if
Angry
we
house.
use certain spells in its presence. I don't know.
I mean, you could try it, yeah.
I want to poke a room.
I
I'm
mean,
very
Poker room,
finite
there's no
about
response.
spells I can cast.
so I mean, I've got light, which is evocation. I think. I mean, I can try to pop an evocation on an evocation, see if it does anything.
Sure.
Sure.
I
You
just-
Well,
flash your light. It's a little bright here.
I was going
Nothing.
to say,
Oh,
I think
well.
we probably need to activate it before we can actually do anything, because the runes
Oh.
aren't currently lit up, correct? They faded once
Yeah.
they...
Yeah, they faded and reset. Yeah.
Yeah. So my guess is
Okay.
we probably have to do something. Basically,
I
push the
will-
button and then do something
the
in order
button,
for it to lock
yep.
out.
I'll stay by. I'm the smallest, so I'll stay by the button so I can hit it, and I would have potentially the most time to get out. So I'll hit the button and let you guys do it, and then just follow after, if it works.
Yeah. Yeah, I also have the light spell too, so we could like do it simultaneously.
I mean, sure. We can.
I
We
do
can
that.
You want to try it?
Sure.
sure.
For fun.
Okay, I'm gonna hit the button. Everybody ready?
Okay.
Okay, go. She hits the
You
button.
hit the button. There's immediately that grinding sound as the stone, the ceiling begins to slowly rumble towards you. The glyphs flash and light up green and slowly begin to tick upwards around the frame.
Okay.
Slowly.
Callie.
They need energy. They need to be powered up with the spell.
Yeah, I will boop the door with a light spell and see if it does anything.
The door lights up as per normal expectation of the spell, but nothing.
Nothing else.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay,
You watch as
was
those
Brenna
glyphs begin
trying
to
one
fade
too?
From green to yellow, kind of making
Brenna,
its
are
way
you doing
halfway
one?
up the door.
We just did it simultaneously. I thought.
Okay.
Oh,
simultaneously.
okay, I didn't hear that. Okay, I will hit the
Oh,
button
great.
again then to stop it.
Okay.
And the ceiling resets itself.
Just green to yellow to
Red to orange to red.
Yep.
yellow, orange, red. Which is like natural progression.
Yeah. Intuitive.
Hmm.
These doors, are they locked?
The one in front of you doesn't appear to have a way of opening, but the one behind you seems to be the same keyhole and handle that was you entered from.
Could I take 10 minutes to cast Detect Magic, guys?
Yeah.
Am I still holding that key?
Yeah, as far as I know, you are.
Theoretically, yeah.
Can I try and use it on that door?
The door you entered from.
Oh, I thought it was. I thought we were just
No,
like.
so the door
Okay.
behind you is the same door you just entered from with the keyhole. The one in front of you is almost just like a stone slab.
Disregard them.
What were you saying, Krikit?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Me?
Yeah, I thought you had an idea.
I was waiting for Brenna to
Okay.
to try her thing.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna try and ritually cast it, and then, but if anything seems spooky, I'll just stop.
What's interesting is you cast Detect Magic, and besides from the various magical objects which would emanate their own natural glow that you guys are carrying and wearing, doesn't really appear to be anything magical here.
Well, that kills one of my theories.
I pushed the door with one hand.
Doesn't budge.
And you said
Oh,
the
my
door. You said the door is made of stone.
Yeah, it's like a stone, almost like think like Egyptian tomb style, or like roll upwards to.
Can you describe the door for me a little bit slower, because I I don't hear very well.
So the door in front of you that you're trying to exit through is like a stone slab. And around the door, when you push the button, there are these green rooms that start on either corner on the bottom, like on the floor, and slowly, almost like sand in an hourglass, begin to tick up and begin to highlight, and they change from green to yellow to orange, and as they kind of round the corner, they start to turn from orange to red.
And that's timed with the ceiling falling, or it's
Correct.
irrelevant?
It seems
Like the red would be, it would start to kill you at the red point.
correct.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at hearing.
You're
No,
fine.
no, you're okay. You're okay.
It's all good.
It's all good, Per.
I'm very good at puzzles.
So we're assuming that the red on the door, obviously, like what you just said to Per, means that the spikes are basically in your flesh. Yes.
Correct. Yeah. Like when they were red the first time you tried it, it was like getting to within inches of Callie's head.
Oh, so like 6-ish feet up.
Correct. So for you, it would be a little more time, but for Callie,
But it's danger. It's
yeah.
gonna be a danger.
You said there was no
You did detect magic, right, Brenna? And there was nothing else, right?
Yeah.
What if we all
Undetect-
lay down and Krikit presses the button? And
Yeah,
just as it gets
yeah.
just as it gets, because if the button's here, right, whatever, and the ceiling comes down to hit it, it would stop itself. But I don't know. I'm trying to think like
I don't dislike
if
that
we
idea.
all lay down, Krikit's the smallest, it would come down further.
What if it just crushes the button and then we all die?
I mean, we wouldn't
Well,
wait for
Krikit
it to
hits the
be.
button before.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not opposed to everybody laying down and someone just right next to the
Yeah.
fucking button. If it gets too close, then
Yeah,
Or-
I'm fine with that as long as we don't wait till it hits the button and crushes the button.
Yeah, we don't want the button crash.
Okay, I won't let it hit the button.
All right. So you guys all take time to lay down. Krikit, you bravely reach up, and whenever you say so, you can hit the button. I have an hourglass.
Are we all ready?
I
Do
lay
it.
down.
I'm doing it.
All right, you hit the button. Boop. The ceiling begins to slowly grind down, and those ruins flash and light up green, slowly ticking their way up closer.
I
and
will
closer.
I will hit the button again as soon as right before the spikes look like they're gonna impale the button. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Got your hand like hovering, ready.
Yeah.
Green. The runes shift from green to yellow. Stones grind lower and lower and lower. They're maybe about 2 feet above you now, shifting from yellow to orange as it rounds the corners. It seems to be going faster this time, which makes you a little
Okay.
nervous.
It does.
Shift from orange to red as they're rounding the top of the door frame. It's maybe about 6 inches above your head. You're kind of crouching down in anticipation, ready. Hit the button.
I mean, right before it's gonna impale my hand onto the button, I would hit the button.
You hit the button, panicking instinctually. The stone rises back up. The runes reset.
Did it get to red though?
It did get to red, and they were like inches apart.
So
Guys,
is the
Send
it,
it.
is the
Send
I
it.
was gonna say is the
yeah,
button.
I want to.
The button is raised, correct? So, like, if we were laying down, it would hit the button, but not us?
Correct.
Send it.
What if the rest of us went out of the room and Krikit stayed in and Brenna used her ring to pull her out in case there was some kind of plate, like, before we let the ceiling drop all the way?
Okay.
is there?
Can we
Can we go
back
backwards?
out?
So, let me get just from me. You're saying basically we'd all Scooby Doo it. We'd stack the door, looking in.
Yeah.
Krikit hits the button, and we all move out.
Oh, I do. That's a good idea.
It's not a bad
Mage
idea.
hand.
If we can
Mage
get
hand
back
both
out, I don't know if anyone's tried that door since we came in.
Well, that was what I got from Luke's description, but I could be wrong.
You look
Yeah, we
down-
just go back to.
The door, as you open it, just seems to be a black void.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, getting rid of
I-
that option for you.
Send
cast
it.
Mage Hand and bring out a spectral hand. I'm like, we could have this poke it.
But I mean, what's the difference between that poking it versus Krikit poking it?
It's not a living creature. I don't know. Archives are weird. What if it just breaks
Let
it?
the ceiling
It
hit
could
the
just be a
button.
horrible. It could be a horrible
Let
idea.
the ceiling hit the button.
Okay.
I think that's.
You
Are you
know,
guys good?
never played chicken with a room before, but here we go.
All right, so you
I lay
guys.
down.
And that was how everyone TPK'd.
I mean, it could be, but here we go. What an adventure.
I
All
would
right.
Thanks for coming, everybody. It was a short night.
I would just like to remind
Can you
Luke that I know where
imagine?
he lives.
An hour and 15 minutes in, you guys are all dead. That'd be amazing. Okay, so who's hitting the button?
Stop that.
Record.
I will hit the button.
I'm gonna hit the button. I'm just gonna roll
All
over
right.
and slap the button and lay
I
down.
hit it, yeah.
I hold this Callie and Ciarenne's hand. I just hit the deck.
As it slowly grinds down closer and closer, you guys are all laying on the ground waiting.
I hate this. I hate this.
As the green slowly fades into yellow.
So scary.
Laying. Looking up at those really sharp spikes on the ceiling, getting closer and closer by the second. They seem to almost be accelerating, which is really disconcerting. As the glyphs get towards the top of the corner, they fade from the yellow into the orange.
Ciarenne is praying till Sylvanas. I'm just gonna say that.
Rounding the top corner, they turn from orange into red and begin to get closer and closer.
Shadow's gonna owe us when we save her.
Closer.
I don't think she owes you anything, but we'll just go. We'll just leave it there.
I'm just kidding.
Krikit is going to quietly, just in cases, get a bomb ready.
As you sit there holding the bomb, the spikes gently stop just before the button, and there's a moment of silence. Another moment goes by.
Anything
Silence.
happen with the door?
Nothing happens. You guys
Am
are-
I like
I'm
able
gonna-
to hold on? Am I able to fully like stand up? Am I standing up right now?
No, you guys are.
Okay.
You're.
I'm
yeah.
not able to. Okay, I'm gonna crawl over to the door then. Put the bomb away. Crawl over to the door.
It's still sealed shut.
Callie is gonna sigh. She's gonna be like, "Oh, fucking,
That was
it's
really-
red."
This is really
She's
scary.
going to, not very harshly, but she's going to gently impale her hand, just enough to draw a little bit of blood on the spike.
As you do that, before you take any damage, the ceiling retracts back upwards, and you hear this sound, and the door just grinds open, allowing you guys to pass through.
Is there a reason why the ceiling sounds like a cat and a dog?
No.
A reference to something that I'm going to You guys pass through the second door frame, enter the atrium.
Oh.
This familiar to some, like mind-bogglingly expansive, endless sea of bookshelves and cases and ladders and stairs. Above, all encompassed by this massive glass domed ceiling. The only light source, this blood red moon, this full moon that seems to shine this eerie red glow. You guys look out, standing apparently not super high. You those of you who have been here before know that this atrium has multiple layers. You guys seem to only be maybe about a layer off the ground as you approach slowly, quietly, carefully. Now look over this maze, this labyrinth of bookcases that are constantly ever shifting and twisting and moving. Looking out, you can see the center of the atrium, which harbors the index itself, and the, that's the word I'm thinking of. Where do you make spell tabs on? Why can't I think of it? Like it holds
A lectern?
Lectern, thank you. Hold the lectern holding the index in the center of the atrium. And I need everybody to make me a perception check.
No.
15 for Krikit.
Nice.
21.
Oh, nice.
Rolls.
Oh.
All right. all of you notice as a shadow passes in front of the moon, temporarily, momentarily blocking this red light and encasing you in darkness. As it passes again, after only a mere second, you guys look out from underneath the this sort of words are hard tonight. This
It's the wine.
it really
You got
is.
this.
This
You
like
got this.
balcony wrapping around, and you see this absolutely ginormous, black, rotting, decrepit, decaying, almost like Princess Mononoke style, demonic, twisted, aberrant, alien, strange, unsettling, oozing, uncomfortable, defiled, horrific visage of this black dragon just slowly circling over around. You watch as it sort of passes in front of where you are in this balcony. You all sort of reactionally take a step back, and it sort of slowly circles, flying around over the center of the atrium.
I will say from here on out, Luke, my character is going to whisper everything. if she says anything at all.
Sure.
So it was a big, creepy black dragon shadow.
Yeah, it's like Brenna, you've seen these watchers a few times at this point, and been pretty up close and personal. This definitely seems to be some manifestation of a watcher-like being, but it seems to be in the shape or form of this massive dragon-esque creature.
Krikit will just kind of slowly creep over towards Callie, and she just kind of takes her hand.
She'll give it a little squeeze.
She squeezes back.
Cricket whispers over, just
Where do we start?
I point at the book. I point at me. And I'm gonna walk towards the book.
Ciarenne whispers inspiration on Brenna.
I don't want to touch the book.
That's a D8 too, by the way.
Okay.
Cricket will move up whenever Callie moves up.
Yeah, can we all I like gesture for everyone to follow, but like
Alright.
as we get closer to the lectern, I'll
So,
get a
slowly
few 10 steps
making
ahead
your
of
way
them.
down towards the lectern.
Come away.
You make your way nice and close. I need a group stealth check, please. Good rolls. Good rolls. Good rolls. Ooh.
Not so good.
I found that badly.
Everyone
So
else
we
rolled
struggle
really
with
well.
that.
Maybe overall it'll be okay.
That is a group success with
Those
4
are good
successes.
rolls,
and
guys.
2 failures. Yeah.
Ciarenne
so
just
it's
puts her
like
hand on
Callie's
Kelly's armor.
Callie, more concerned with taking care of Krikit than minding herself, accidentally bumps into a couple of bookcases on the way. But as you make your way slowly towards the lectern, weaving through this labyrinth of bookcases, you see, especially you, Brenna, with your comprehend languages still active, just endless volumes and tomes and just bound stacks of sort of like loosely parchment with rolled scroll cases and maps and small jars with floating creatures inside. Just endless volumes of limitless knowledge. You see titles in Celestial, in Common, in Halfling, in Druidic. You see them in languages like Aquan. You see them in Orcish. You see books without titles. You see books with gold leaf script. You see books with this weird, almost crystalline texture. It's mesmerizing. It's enamoring. It's almost, especially the more well-read individuals in the group. There's you get the sense as you slowly, quietly navigate your way through. This is quite literally every single word that has ever been written, every word that has ever been thought or spoken or conceived or exchanged is in some form or another stored within this archive. It would take thousands of eternities to sift through all of this information. As you round a corner, Callie, you almost gasp as, almost sleeping quietly, is this rather large, almost cat-like creature.
Oh.
As you see sleeping there before you, the token should pop up. It doesn't let me know. Come on, baby. There we go.
Okay.
This
Fuck you.
beautiful, elegant, almost Egyptian-style cat with these almost eagle-like wings and a eerily humanoid face, just kind of napping, resting on its paws, blocking the apparent path forward.
I'm not talking, but I'm just gesturing like to my look back, and I'm like, what do we do, guys? I think I have PTSD about this. Honestly, I'm so scared.
Luke, is it taking up like the whole path? Like there's not like a way to step over it or anything?
You would have to go over it to climb around. Yeah, there's no getting around this thing.
Fuck. What?
So it's laying down. How wide is it?
It's almost laying sideways so that it's blocking the entire path.
Right, but like if I was to jump over it, how far of a fucking jump would that be?
It's pretty tall. It's like
Okay.
like imagine like the Great Sphinx of Egypt, like
Okay.
that size creature. It is
Okay.
pretty massive.
Okay, so it's not completely prone. It's kind of like loaf cat with its like legs underneath it, propped it up slightly. Okay.
No, it's like curled up in a little ball, like sleeping, and
that
the wings
tall.
are kind
Okay.
of folded. It's
Gotcha.
pretty adorable, but also terrifying.
I spell? just fly over the Sphinx. Oh boy.
Can I cast Invoke Stone?
Sure.
Oh, wait. I don't want to do that because that's really loud. Just kidding. You slam the spear into the ground.
If you're going to.
Krikit's going to step over to Brenna and like have her come down to her so she can whisper in her ear real quiet. I'm being quiet, but I'm talking loudly for the
No, it's
stream.
okay.
Just
Yeah.
FYI.
If I can get over there and get the book and bring it back, will that be okay, or should I not touch the book at all?
The book, as you can see, is pretty fucking massive. It's probably about an
Yeah.
8-foot wide, like cover to cover span.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, I could cast Fly on Brenna so she could get over there by herself, but
Okay.
if that
So
wakes up, then we're separated.
So
then you might be-
here's the thing. So here's the thing. You cast fly on me. I go touch it. Brenna pulls me back.
You're gonna talk?
I would just talk to it.
The Sphinx stirs, even at these hushed whispers, and almost snarls and wakes up, and the long lick of its paw kind of tucks behind its ear and stretches like a giant cat, kind of unfolding its wings lazily. This big, cute cat yawn kind of looks at you and blinks with these like white, pupilless eyes.
Kelly's
Sorry.
face right now.
It's been a while. Okay. It almost thinks for a second, and then it speaks. Brown and old by day, white and young by night. My eyes are glass. I have 9 faces, but no head. I sing to the sky, but have no voice. I'm nowhere and everywhere. What am I?
Hey Luke, can you like write that out or repeat or something like this?
I can put it in context
Okay.
as whatever channel.
I mean, you could just throw it in the Roll20 chat. That'd probably be easiest.
Okay.
Alright,
Okay.
so let me one more time.
Let me
Brown,
type- I have it.
brown and old by day, white and young by night. My eyes are glass. I have 9 faces but no head. I sing to the sky but have no voice. I'm nowhere and everywhere. What am I?
Oh, out of character. I've heard this.
I'll be part of it then. Unless things get done. Yeah, brown and old by day, white and young by night.
Here, I'll post that in the Roll20 chat. Thank you for typing it out.
I thought you meant like the chat. Oh, I put it in Discord. I never look at Roll20.
No, the stream can see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The sky.
He kind of looks up at the flying dragon around you. Well, that's new.
I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but I don't want to say it because I don't want to.
Yeah, like,
know
I
it
don't know
out
what
of
the rules are. Like, you don't
character,
get
yeah.
yes or something. Like,
If you know it, you know it. So go ahead and say the answer.
But I mean, I know it out of character.
That's okay. That's okay. What is it?
go for it. Go for it.
Well, I mean, let me just talk to the group about it. I'm not going to answer the Sphinx. So, the moon has 9 phases, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's white and bright at night. I don't
Yep.
understand. I feel like I've heard it before and it was the moon, but I could be wrong.
But does the moon sing? I feel like the moon doesn't have anything about singing in its like lore.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's an
Yeah,
answer.
my eyes are glass throw me for a loop to it. That, like I said, I know I've heard it. I'm not saying the moon is wrong. I just don't remember what the answer was.
My first thought is moon as well. So I mean, if you want to try it, I'm all about trying it.
Let's just
Do we-
think a little longer first, because
Kelly, I
the
love it.
moon isn't known for having eyes. There is a man on the moon. A man implies eyes, but I've never heard anything about the man on the moon having glass eyes, and I've never heard anything about the moon singing. Nowhere and everywhere. That's like the moon's in a fixed spot. It's not. I mean, maybe his light is on and off, but like I feel like there's the only thing we have that's moon-like is the 9 phases, and everything else, and being white and young. But everything else
Right,
is like,
but you're talking about but you're also talking about
You know
you
what?
gotta think about context. Like there's poems about the moon that could potentially have that in it. You know what I'm saying? Like
True.
it might not be
Yeah.
taken as a literal thing.
Yeah, no, I'm just talking about like the stories and legends and stuff you hear about the moon. There's a lot here that isn't in the general like.
I'm
lore.
hungry.
Oh, he's hungry. He's gonna eat us.
I want to ask a riddle of my own, but I also don't know if that's acceptable. So like, I don't know.
It might be bad form.
Krikit has no idea, so she's never been here before.
These are glass. I don't know.
I think it's the moon. I agree with
Well, I'll start picking at its teeth a little bit.
Might as well give him an answer.
Step back.
Okay, but it doesn't maybe necessarily sing to the sky in a like straight way, but like what else would be associated with the sky?
I don't know what sings to the sky.
I had the similar thought, so, but again, having never been here before, don't know if we get one answer. Krikit wasn't going to say it out loud, so.
Yeah, nowhere and everywhere. I'm really bad at riddles, but I don't know. Usually when someone says a riddle, I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense, but like, not getting that vibe. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't want to die. That's all.
Go for it, Bear. If everybody else is cool, Callie and Karbah
I don't want
are
to
okay.
step in the front. I
Send
want
it.
to be in the front. I
Do
step
it.
backwards, so I'm not in the front.
Mm.
Well, it kind of like leans down and kind of like rests its chin on its paws, looking at you, Ciarenne.
The moon?
Very good. Oh, it kind of like rolls over, like revealing the rest of the path to the lectern. And it takes off. flies off into the distance. You guys are
What's up?
open to the lectern. So,
Sorry for doubting you. It was
Who-
only cowardice.
before we take our break, who would like to volunteer to ask tonight's question of the Index Incarnatus and the Accursed Archive?
I definitely thought you were going to say, who would like to volunteer as tribute?
I mean, essentially that's what it is.
Kind of, yeah.
So we've nominated Brenna, and I've given her inspiration for the
All right.
occasion.
Okay, cool.
Brenna, you have inspiration. You can step up to the archive. Phrase your question very carefully. You've been here before. You know what the price is.
That was just one level of exhaustion, Luke. Does it work?
You step up these small wooden steps up to get eye level with the lectern in the archive.
Time PTSD. Okay. Alright. I very tentatively put my hand on the, that's how you do it. You put the hand first and then you ask. That's before. Big deal. And then I say, what is the process we can use to revert creatures that have been turned into shadows within the archives back to their original form?
Very thoroughly stated. And with that, ladies and gentlemen,
Might have had help.
I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
It's gonna be a fucking that one.
As
Brenna?
the index attempts to extract its toll.
Does it recognize me? Does we have a friendship?
Okay.
Buddies, we
A
bros!
mutual understanding. No?
Roll the
Okay,
save, baby.
charisma saving throw.
Yep, you can add your inspiration if you'd like.
Oh, fuck you.
The D8 from Ciarenne. 16. You feel this slight tugging, but in anticipation, you steel yourself and you resist. And yet, with the bargain being struck, the archive answers your question. You do not suffer a level of archive exhaustion. You succeed. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take our short rest here. We'll be back in like 5 to 10 minutes or so. We're going to go use the restroom, grab a drink, all that. Please stick around, enjoy the lovely artwork, and we'll get the answer to this question in some form or another when we return. See you in a little bit. Welcome back. Thanks for hanging out through that little short rest, guys. We are back with more archive action. Remember, stick around to the end. We might be wrapping up a little bit early tonight, but we'll see. Because the Twitch chat has an important role to play. I see there's a couple new faces here. So at the end, we're going to have a viewer's choice favorite vote, and that individual who's chosen by a poll in the Twitch chat is going to get an extra Tealeaf point, which you can spend on all sorts of goodies. And by all means, if you're new here and interested and want to learn more, it's !join for more info on how to get involved, because we're always looking for new recruits.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. So, Brenna, as you step forward and you carefully choose your words and ask, what is the process for turning a creature who has been turned into a shadow within the archive back to their original form?
Yes.
As in so many words, paraphrasing. As you do so, you hear this sharp, my mic's not going to pick it up, the sharp whistling noise, almost like cartoon style drop, as landing right on the archive is this tiny, small, little, kind of rustling its head as it seems a little disoriented, this little paper origami dragon-like creature, except this one almost seems like a worm, kind of like the bat arms, like the inward elbow. Yeah. And it kind of rustles itself off from the impact and kind of shakes its head and kind of looks over to you. And although it lacks eyes or any sort of facial feature, really, the mouth opens and you swear to the gods this thing is smiling at you. Kind of a little personality and spunk for this little foldy creature. And it kind of waddles up to you and kind of almost like flutter steps over, proudly puffs up its chest, and you watch as this little creature kind of looks and nods at you, and nods at Ciarenne, and nods at Karbah, and nods at Krikit, and nods at Callie, and it almost hesitates. It seems almost like something's missing. And it kind of stops before nodding for the 6th time, but then shakes its head cutely again and begins to kind of like flutter step away off to your right, down further into the labyrinth.
Krikit would have nodded back, by the way. Just
Okay,
FYI.
Try to give him a little wave. Like, hi, buddy.
Callie just grabs Cricket's hand and basically just starts pulling her after the origami.
Okay, we go to adventure.
Ciarenne looks around for this, whatever the 6th nod was going to.
Gonna look around. There's nobody here, nothing indicative of where you are.
It's Shadow.
Ooga booga booga.
Following this tiny little dragon wyvern through again, what feels like hours pass, although your sense of time, almost like that kind of casino syndrome, your sense of time begins to drift, and you're not sure if it's been minutes or hours, and you find these sort of intrusive thoughts kind of wandering and lingering and exiting your minds and distorting that sense of presence and that sense of the flow of time as you pass through this labyrinth, following this tiny little fluttering paper wyvern. You begin to see again just endless, untold books and encyclopedias of all of the knowledge of the multiverse here at your fingertips, and whatever seemingly unorganized, chaotic matter it seems to have bestowed itself upon you in its presence. Like strange animal skulls kind of mounted amongst these bookshelves, and weird, like dodecahedral, almost globe-like figures kind of rotating slowly, untouched, depicting alien planets. You're so tempted at each moment to stop and inspect these baubles and these beautiful artifacts and these untold tomes, but you must keep up with your guide here, so you dare not dilly-dally. And eventually, you get to the edge of the atrium, kind of underneath the balcony, to what appears to be a purple and silver door, which upon it bestows a herald that is probably familiar to most of you. I'll need probably like a DC 7 history check. This is a fairly easy one. Most of you almost immediately recognize it.
Am I doing this or no?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. History, you said?
Yeah. Alright, so Brenna and Krikit, kind of being at the forefront, almost following this little origami, are the first to notice. This door has the insignia of the city or nation of Lexigrad on it.
Ooh.
And the rest of you almost have to, like, peek, and after seeing it and registering it, you recognize it, but these two are the first to notice. This has the symbol of Lexigrad on it.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Does the dragon open the door? Or does he just lead us here and stop?
Kind of like chirps and looks at it and almost like nods proudly, kind of puffs up his little paper chest.
Like a cat who wants to go outside?
Kind of, yeah. It's very like regal, and it's like a little cartoony, almost enthusiasm.
I nudge Callie to open the door.
Callie goes over with kind of like one finger to the origami and does like the little like chin, like where she thinks it would be a chin scritch, and she will use the other hand.
You get the sense if this thing could purr, it would be purring.
Can we take it home with us?
Kind of like chirps. You
name
get
it
like near
Franklin.
the ear.
Don't name it, damn it!
Turns the other
Have you learned
That's
nothing
the
from
boy.
this? Callie will take her other hand and she will push the door open.
The door slowly creaks open, and you guys enter.
Good
Inside,
Franklin.
you see what appears to be a personal study. There's a small, simple desk with like a small little sort of like oil lantern hanging above it. A few bookshelves. A nice, very like high thread count carpet kind of laying out over this maybe like 12 by 12 interior room. And for a second, you can see almost the shadowy wraith remnant of an individual scribbling away in a tome sitting at the desk before he almost turns over his shoulder and looks at you and wisps away. And I need another history check. Any of you who have been to the city of Lexigrad can make this check.
I'm pretty sure Krikit has.
It's definitely been.
And you
Is
said history?
Lexigrad
Yeah.
a port town?
Oh, no.
It
Nice,
has a
Kelly.
port, yes.
Heavily invested in Lexigrad, so.
That's true.
Nice job, Kelly.
I love Lexigrad.
Definitely not a Dios fan, right? You know.
I love Dios too. But
Oh,
You can't let both, it's illegal.
you have to choose the side.
yeah, we'll have both. Brenna, you immediately recognize this figure. You've been to right outside of Bluegill's Tavern and Grill. There's a series of large statues. And you recognize the
multiple
visage of this ghost. This visage matches a very large, like, central statue in that town square of the lower city of Lexigrad.
Which one?
The biggest of them.
Okay.
This is Alexei, the founder of the city.
Lexi.
Yes.
All right.
And you kind of put together this, kind of putting together the piece. This appears to be Alexei's private study.
Wow. Okay, wasn't he like
He was
did
the
this by one of the dragons?
Hmm?
He gifted this the archives at one point.
He was.
Yeah.
So when he poofed away, did the tome poof with him, or is that still on the desk?
The tome also poofed with him.
Okay.
Okay. He's gone. The thing he was writing on is gone. We're in his study.
Looking around. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I would like to shut the door behind us.
Okay,
To
the
make sure.
little dragon wyvern almost like flaps a wing, is like saying goodbye.
Bye,
Cricket
buddy.
waves.
Hope you find your dad. You're muted, Kraken.
Franklin! I was trying to be quiet.
Okay, so do we
Looking
was
around.
Alexei the founder of Lexicrad? This is his private study.
Wow.
Looking around the room, you can see there are 6 beautiful, like, masterwork pieces of art. These massive, like, tapestries that are all hand-woven and dyed on 6 sides of this hexagonal room, all around you.
Which they depict.
All right. The first one, and I will reveal these one at a time. These aren't the actual. I'm not artistic by any means, but maybe one of the artists if they're bored. Just kidding. This is a lot of work. The first one depicts this beautiful. It's this very like yin and yang symbol of this beautiful green emerald dragon, sort of forehead to forehead, with this tiny little halfling woman, with this like fiery red hair, and you can see behind the emerald dragon is this like big giant flow of lava and fire, and behind the halfling with the red hair is this beautiful forest of green. And so it's this very like contrasting sort of green with the red background and red with the green background, sort of yin and yang depiction of itself. And underneath, on the very bottom center, is some words written in Druidic, but with Brenna, with her comprehend languages, would be able to interpret that.
If it fell off, I would just like re-up it.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. You see the name Andrathraxis.
Andrathraxis.
I'll type it.
That was one of the questions to your trivia, I think. Wasn't it?
Andrathraxis, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Okay.
You see under the name, it says elemental. And under that, it says peace. All in Druidic.
Okay.
Would you like to go right or left from this? Or clockwise or counterclockwise?
I would say clockwise would probably make most sense, theoretically.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Okay, turning clockwise. You can see the depiction of, it's this very, for some of you, a almost post-traumatic recognition as you see this very black, sheer, matte tapestry with these 2 glowing red eyes outlined in steel chains, and in a language abyssal. Any of you who speak or can read abyssal, you would see 3 words. It says Kruv, Sanguinomancy, and Domination.
You hate to see it.
It
Well,
sends...
sorry.
What's up?
I was gonna say that explains why Ciarenne was attracted to the black one.
Ah! Christ.
Take thee to a nunnery.
All right. Next, you see an interesting tapestry of this like snowy white background, and you see a number of these large, almost icy-looking humanoids bowing in servitude. Sitting on a throne is this massive, elegant amethyst dragon, almost sitting proudly, looking judgingly upon these individuals and their sacrifice. The words here, written in giant, are Kronunger, Kronunger, innate,
Never.
He's writing in our 20 chat.
I
yep,
know. But I'm also taking needlessly complex notes. So.
and bloodline.
As you do.
Okay. And as you said, this is giant.
Yes, the language is giant. All set?
I just got to the last page of my notebook, so yes, but no.
Oh
We can send these to you afterwards. Where a bunch of us
Yeah,
will write it down.
It's okay. That's sad. Continue.
I put them in the wrong chat. I should have did the chat that you were in. So, sorry.
All good. All good.
The next clockwise. It's almost a very almost like Japanese style. I don't know how to like what the terminology is, but that sort of
Skinny dragon.
kind of. You see this like massive wave typhoon with tornadoes and storms, this very like oppressive, aggressive background, and almost defiantly facing against it, this bright yellow and gold topaz dragon. And written in primordial, you see the name Ikaika. You see wild magic, and you see the word power.
Cool. It was a bright yellow dragon in a bunch of waves and like typhoony stuff.
Yeah, like very like Japanese style.
And
Okay.
what language was that again? I'm sorry.
That was in primordial.
Thank you.
So druidic, abyssal, giant, primordial. All set? Okay. The next one you see curled up, almost beautifully cat-like relaxed, reading a book is this rather playful-looking crystal or diamond dragon. And written in the language Sylvan, you see the word Simmel. You see lore. And you see
Lore.
joy. There's one tapestry that remains. This one is the most almost like classical Renaissance art style, and it depicts a great city front, almost like a wall and ramparts, and you can see what appears to be a raging battle. And actually, I need everyone to make a history check. This is going to be a pretty high DC. I'll say anyone who's been to Agrabah can roll with advantage.
I'm sorry. What was the check, Luke?
A history check.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, no.
Has anyone here been to...
I mean, I have,
Am I
but I
pronoun-
don't think that I.
Where did you say?
Am I pronouncing that right, Kraken? Is Agrabah?
Arabon.
Arabon.
Krikit,
Oh,
you
I
have it
have
with
that.
me, yeah.
I have.
Okay. You would
So-
recognize a few, this sort of one side of this battle as dark elves or drow, sort of rallying. You see a few different standards representing various houses of these noble drow families or clans or cities. And opposing them, sort of flying in this aerial assault, is this very imposing ferocious-looking sapphire dragon. And written
We're
in...
gonna say spider dragon.
No.
We're gonna have words, Luke.
No, it's a sapphire dragon.
That's just profiling Drow if you think it's a spider dragon.
Written in Undercommon, you see the name Zalfirion. You see Psionic. Psyonic. And you see Solitude.
Hey, I know this one.
Cool. These are pretty tapestries, guys.
They're all very gorgeous. Like, each one of them is unique in its art style. But you get the sense that there's more to what meets the eye here.
I want to touch it.
Uh-huh. Bet you do.
You guys kind of stand taking in each of these tapestries as you look around, kind of just observing one. It's almost spellbinding. It's each of them is so unique and intricate and detailed.
Was I at advantage for that, or?
I mean, you've been in a few Kraken missions, so...
Yeah, I've been
feel
in a
like-
few Kraken missions, so.
The 11 probably.
No,
you
it was for stats whether it was a 1 or an 11, that's all.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
With the 19, anything on that?
Yeah, sorry, you would have recognized the opposing side of this battle as
Okay,
Dark
yeah.
Elves. That's
Okay.
what you get with the
Cool.
19. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if there was more and I missed it. Sorry.
Nope, that's all.
Can I step closer to one and investigate it?
Sure, which one would you like to step closer to, Ciarenne?
Oh, let's go with the black one.
Alright, so you step closer to Crew, which fits in character. And you just inspect. This one is probably the least intricate of all of them. It's very, I don't know art terms. It's very, like, simplistic in its design. It's sort of black, almost gray onyx background, two just gleaming red eyes, and then just the chains around it as
Like
sort of a
Soviet?
border.
Like Soviet style when they had that
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Thank you. That's what I was trying to.
Cool. After all my homework I've done on vampires and keeping abreast of this whole group spawn bullshit, would I recognize this as the guy who is related? Well, it says Crew. Never mind. It
Yeah.
has a plaque.
Yes. You. Two and
I
two.
stay away.
easy.
I stay
Yeah.
away from it.
All right. All right. So, Ciarenne, what would you like to do as part of your investigation? Like, what are you physically doing, or what are you thinking? What's? Give me a little pizzazz.
I don't know. I was like gonna look around the outside of it, like kind of. I don't necessarily want to touch it, but like peek around to see if like there's anything behind it. Kind of just tilting my head.
Just Crew back there. Don't worry about it.
An investigation check.
Straight terror, if that's the case.
You notice, kind of, behind the writing, there appears to be almost a bulge. There's like a small, like, it seems that the fuck off. There's like a small something's poking out behind the tapestry.
That didn't make it better.
Yeah, it is.
Is it happy to see us?
Fuck me.
Describe a dimple.
You guys are crazy.
guys, it's the Battle of the Bulge. Let's go.
You did this to yourself, Luke.
I did it. As soon as I thought the word, I was like, fuck.
I saw it on your face. You said, and you were like, "That was a mistake."
All right.
But
I
there's
will.
something hidden behind the tapestry.
I will try to touch the bulge.
I can touch it. Behind it, you find a small, maybe about fist-sized hunk or carved, cut piece of obsidian.
Okay.
Is it
Kelly.
smooth?
It's even got a flanged bottom. For it. This is what I get. This is what I try. All right. What are the rest of you doing?
I guess seeing Ciarenne do that, I guess I will, I don't know, go up to another one of them.
Take your pick.
Yeah, I'm trying to see which one would be. You know what? Let's go up to the, I don't fucking know. Let's go up to, was it?
Ikaika.
Ikaika, yeah.
Okay. You step up to it. And these tapestries are large. They're probably like 12-foot by 8-foot tapestries. Like, they are big, imposing, like almost like in an art museum. Like, you could stand in front of it and be like consumed by it almost.
All right. I guess I will do the same thing and see if there's anything behind this one.
You find a carved, beautifully cut hunk of yellow golden topaz behind this one.
All right.
I go
All
to
right.
the diamond one and get a diamond, I guess.
You're gonna go to Simmel.
Oh, yeah, so.
All right. Easily enough, you find a beautiful, well-cut. You're not sure if it's a diamond or like a quartz, some sort of crystal, some sort of some clear refractory gemstone.
Over to the sapphire when I go.
It
All
was
right.
looking for 6 of us. We need Shad. Need to touch one or something. 6. It was missing
All right.
6 mod. There's 6.
You find a beautiful,
Tapestries.
similarly sized cut sapphire.
Or it's looking for marigold.
Or marigold.
Krikit.
Write her a message.
Oh gosh. Now you're messing with my mind. I'm just gonna go with my gut. Krikit will go over to the emerald one.
You find, again, hidden behind in like a small little recess, a beautiful cut emerald.
Hey, Brenna, you wanna go mage hand that other one?
Can't we just walk over there?
I mean,
The
we
little
could,
dragon.
Yeah.
but
The dragon was looking for 6 of us. I could write Marigold a message and see if she can come.
is she gonna find us?
I don't know. She's good at this. She's very capable. Or what if it wants Shadow? We came here asking for Shadow. We're missing.
Well, we didn't ask for Shadow.
Did
you ask for her?
information about Shadow? No. We asked for information about Shadow, but you know.
You didn't ask specifically about Shadow.
I
You
was-
asked generally, yeah.
Well, I know, like, but
You guys, we could have Franklin do it, damn it. Shut the door on him.
Oh man.
Sorry, you
We're
know,
the
there was
worst.
just a big black creepy shadow
Ciarenne.
dragon.
Just gonna go look at the purple one while everyone's arguing.
So what's
You see
interesting-
Krikit next to you doing the same.
So CR, and you're like, oh, okay, we just need to grab the 6th crystal. And as you go to wander over, you feel, and all of you see this, like, I don't know if I'm on camera still, but
You
you
are.
feel this yank back towards the Kruv tapestry. And it kind of
Okay.
like almost knocks you off balance. And then you kind of like go and step away again, and you are managed to grab the amethyst, no problem. You have 2 crystals now. As you grab the last amethyst, you guys all hear this like small stone rumbling as a staircase embedded underneath that carpet, that fancy carpet in the middle of the room, begins to almost like Chamber of Secrets style, like slowly descend lower beneath this chamber.
Okay.
Can I take one of the tapestries?
It's
No.
pretty big. It's pretty
It's
big.
12 by 8.
this is Alexi's private study. I don't think we
Fold
should
it up,
do it.
stuff
No, I
it.
don't. I
Oh,
would actively try and stop you from doing that if you wanted to.
I mean, does Alexi really need it anymore?
I don't.
Yeah, but
All his bulges are gone.
I would be more concerned about what effect it would have on the archive and attacking us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that part's kind of like totally fair.
I feel like maybe we shouldn't, just because we've already given something to the library to get the info we need, and if you take it, I don't know what you're gonna have to give.
I mean, we're already taking 6 of these things, so God
Yeah,
knows.
like
So when in Lexicrop?
No.
And
I mean, we're technically not there. I don't think.
been in jail there? Not great.
Yeah,
We're
I
there
would
in-
say
we're
let's
there in
not.
spirit.
Let's just respect this
You know-
space.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I end up in jail a lot. Why is that? Huh.
think it's
All right.
your.
Karbah, Karbah, I have a better idea. I can knit you a tapestry when we get back. But I think you should leave this one.
This one's so pretty.
I know, I will make it pretty, I promise. I'll work really hard on it.
It's gonna be very.
And it can be anything you want.
Fine, we'll go.
Awesome.
We
You're
appreciate
gonna love it, I promise.
how little you look on camera right now compared to us. Like, you're so much lower. Like, it's so cute. I just noticed it.
All right.
Perfect.
So, you guys
Hello.
going down this staircase?
Yeah.
Below the private study, you see what appears to be a makeshift laboratory. And there are 6 rather convoluted, strange... Hard to say what they are. These weird, almost a blend of magic and technological contraptions. Almost these tripod-like structures, each unique in its own rights, with all sorts of glassware and tubing and wiring attached, all again in this sort of hexagonal pattern centered around, in the center what appears to be some sort of like perfectly clear glass prism, almost similar in shape to all the crystals that each of you hold, kind of centered as almost a focal point.
Put the dick in them.
So I'm sorry, Luke. Say that one more time.
All right. So there's these 6 like the only thing I can think of is like if any of you played Witcher 3, like megaphones, like those like
Okay.
weird sorceress kind of things.
Yeah.
But there's like the tripod with like the focal point. There's 6 of those, all focused on one glass prism in the center in this laboratory.
Okay. Is there any kind of symbols on any of those that like correspond to what we have in our hands?
Not particularly.
Like okay.
Do I just put them back in the order in like a rotation?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
So
Yeah.
through trial and error, as you eventually kind of move around, you find the proper placement for each of these gems, and you kind of get this note of confirmation as like a bolt of green light begins to emanate from one of them, and then a bolt of onyx light, purple, yellow, white, blue, kind of all converging on this one central prism in the center. And as you do this, the light expands, kind of expelling the darkness of this chamber, and you can see, looking around you, it almost seems like as if the walls of this laboratory expand beyond some sort of magical confinement. And you almost immediately instinctually panic and reach for your weapons as you see, frozen in place, these horrific, again, an endless slew of thesaurus searching, these alien, horrific, mutated, twisted, diabolical watcher creatures that all seem to be locked in place in these giant glass boxes. Frozen. Still. There's maybe 4 of them.
Do we recognize one of them?
They do not appear familiar in any way.
Okay.
Can we take one?
And it's pretty big. Like the glass case is probably, again, large enough to fit like a large-sized creature. So probably like 12 by 12. It'd be impossible to move.
I search for portable hole.
No portable hole.
Damn.
So the beams all converged, and then what happened?
So as it hit the prism, the light sort of refracted and expanded to reveal the entire room. And
Okay.
you see 4 imprisoned watchers sort of in the 4 corners of this room, just frozen in place.
I cast
Bomb,
the message
bomb.
spell at one of them.
Bomb.
Say hello.
There's no response.
Bomb.
Bob?
You want me to use a bomb?
Bomb.
No, I don't.
Bomb.
Don't.
Kill them?
The place is highly dangerous. Please don't touch things. Please don't.
We
close things
can't-
up, Please don't steal things.
We tried to kill them before and we couldn't even hurt them. Like, a
Can't
bomb
hurt
isn't
them.
gonna do anything. We need to try and figure out how to cure them.
Hmm.
Or something.
Oh, not a gun either.
Look,
The triple R.
Oh,
Somebody have hold person, just out of curiosity. No reason.
I don't.
I mean, I could probably just grapple him and he would never be able to get out. So
True.
Callie, as you're looking
A ball of
around, you
fire.
see, Callie, you manage to notice a small journal on a small little desk off to the side. It seems to have some scribbling in it.
okay, I would pick it up and start kind of leafing through it.
You notice they seem to be research notes, sort of just bulleted points in a very fine, almost calligraphy style script in common, and it speaks of the nature of the weave, and it speaks of magic as we know it in its 8 traditional schools being a social construct, and it speaks of it's okay. It speaks of the true division of the weave, and it speaks of these 8 aspects of the 8 schools of magic, the 8 types of magic. It speaks of an aspect, a physical form, a manifestation of each of the 6 types of magic. And you can piece it together that these would be these 6 dragons that you saw. And it speaks of a missing 7th type. And you quickly gather, just through context and through some of the writing and some of the smaller details, that this notebook does belong to Alexei. And it speaks of the archive being a gift from one of these aspects. This was a gift from Simmel to Alexei as a way of prospering joy and lore. And it speaks of the corruption of the archive by a different aspect. And it speaks of these watchers being these strange creatures that Alexei wasn't necessarily unable to identify, but he gave them this name, the Watchers. And he notes that they seem to be completely immune to all 6 known types of magic. All 6, none of the aspects, even Kruv, seem to have any sort of power over these Watchers. And it's puzzling him, and he makes notes of certain apprentices helping him in this project, and certain groundbreaking uncoveries, and perhaps some sort of combination of these types of magic, or some 7th type of magic, might be able to harm or alter these creatures, and then the notes just abruptly stop.
Luke, can you mention that last part again? Just about nothing being able to. I'm sorry.
Right. So he seems to have been able to. He doesn't know what these creatures are, but he's done studies, and it seems that these Watchers, as he's dubbed them, are immune to all 6 types of magic, being elemental, sanguinomancy, innate, wild magic, lore magic, and psionic magic. None of these types of magic on its own seems to have any effect on these Watchers. And you see detailed research notes, and I imagine all of you are kind of huddled around as Callie uncovers this. Mm-hmm. And it speaks of these trial and error type experiments of trying to see what types of magic will impact these creatures, and none of them seems to be impacting it. And he speaks of different apprentices helping him in this study and making these sort of like breakthroughs and almost like on the fringe of discovering something great. And he speaks of maybe some sort of combination of all 6 or like some missing 7th, and then the notes abruptly stop.
He died. Do we know what happened to Alexei? Is he missing? Did he?
Could any of us do like a history? Do we know?
I'll say make a history check. This is a fairly high DC. It's been a bit.
Do you want any of us to do it, or just Brenna?
Everybody can do it.
Okay.
Perfect. Kruv was asking where Alexei was. Then he or killed Ciarenne.
The crew spawn was.
The spawn was, yeah.
Yes.
The spawn was, yeah.
Yeah, you know, like, so Alexei founded the city of Lexigrad, and you would know, like, Ciarenne, you would know, Karbah, you would know. Like, the year 300 is when the city was founded. And about 240 some odd years ago, give or take, there was, like, the Great War between Lexigrad and Dios, and you know Alexei was a big part of that.
Brenna, just ask Marigold. Marigold would know.
Yeah. No, write Marigold a note.
Okay.
But I'm like now, can we just go back?
Well,
I mean, if we're
everyone look
investigating
within.
here.
I wasted a class feature on this. I'm writing Marigold now.
All right. So what are you asking Marigold?
I was looking at Purr's note about bread and the dogs fighting, and so I missed what I'm supposed to ask.
It's okay. Ciarenne can send to Marigold too, so.
You can
Ciarenne will just ask Marigold, like, hey, we're in the archives and we're in Alexei's laboratory and we're kind of wondering what ended up happening to him.
You hear Marigold sigh and say, well, the Arcanists have done their best to keep this covered up, but Alexei was murdered by one of his own Arcanists, namely Vernon Burr, the High Arcanist of Necromancy.
Oh, yeah. Knew that. Didn't I do that? Okay.
I think that was 25 words.
Yeah.
Ciarenne would say thanks, but she's not going to waste a spell slot for that.
Sure. It's implied. It's like one of those like collect call sort of things. It's like, how to baby, it's a boy.
I was just thinking that.
Hurry up, pick me up at the mall.
Yeah. But you get your answer.
So, okay, so how does this help us with the shadow creatures or whatever?
I mean,
don't know.
so we have kind of like two options, I guess, that he was posing. He was posing either some sort of combination of these 6 schools of magic, or there's maybe a 7th one out there that hadn't been really, I guess, defined or discovered.
That's also his notes talk about how to hurt them. We don't want to.
Well, it says effect. I think it said effect, not just hurt.
Okay.
Because, I mean, theoretically, what do you think it's going to be some physical manifestation? We're probably going to have to use some kind of magic to turn them back. It's magic
I would think so.
So there's some type of magic that turns them into shadows. Do we think that maybe is the 7th type of magic? Whatever turned them into it, we could somehow, like, reverse engineer it and do it again and reverse it?
I
What did
mean,
it look like when Shadow turned into a shadow? Did it look like something abnormal?
You guys never actually witnessed that. You saw her
Oh,
die.
we saw her die. But she did start. She turned into something spooky.
Some sort of like zombie-esque sort of thing, but
Okay.
Krikit is letting them kind of work out if this is like the answer we were seeking or not. She's just kind of making sure there's nothing going on in the room, just kind of watching to make
you
sure
do find
they're good.
another book, which is another part of the loot for tonight,
Oh, okay.
which I forgot. I need to make a handout for. Thank you for reminding me. But
I mean, no problem.
Okay, so there is 8 schools of magic. There are 6 aspects of magic.
Yeah. There's schools of traditional that are social constructs, and this Alexi's like that's not true. And then there's 6. He thinks there's 6 types, and then we're missing. He thinks he wasn't sure whether they were missing a 7th, or maybe there was a combo of the others.
Yeah, he's.
So he tried
You're
the
not
crystals
sure
in
if
different combinations.
Yeah.
You're not sure if the 7th itself is independent of the other 6 or a culmination of all 6. It
Right,
seems ambiguous.
Okay.
What is the book that I found, Luke? Or do you
It's
need a minute?
part of the loot.
Oh, okay. Oh, I
Yeah.
see. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm just watching to make sure that nothing's like sneaking up on us or anything. Just keeping an eye on the room.
You notice it's really off-putting, and you like have to almost double take, but you swear you see one of the watchers in that glass cage almost just lurch and then move, and then stay still again. But you're not sure.
Can we examine the type of glass that's holding them? Because clearly something's holding them.
Make
I
me an
mean-
Arcana check, Ciarenne.
I'm gonna make sure to keep and like position myself where I can see all four at the same time, and just keep an eye out.
With a natural 20, Ciarenne, you would recognize this as the Force Cage spell.
Yeah, Krikit will just watch until people say that they're ready to go, or if we're still investigating further.
Yeah, I don't know if we need to do something now to solve this, or we just have our information and we stew on it and come back. And again, why I doubt Luke's gonna have his rescue shadow right now. No.
I think we've learned pretty much all we can here. I think we need to go back, maybe talk to Marigold, maybe talk to this Simmel somehow, and see if we can get more information about it.
I agree.
Should we put our crystals back where we found them?
They're all
They-
downstairs.
They're in that contraption. Could we just take them out? I mean,
Is there a bell or anything for us to leave?
There is a bell, in fact, in the laboratory.
But are we able
I-
to put things back where we found them? Like,
I think they'll find their way back if they need to.
Yeah, I kind of feel that way too.
I'm ready to go if you guys are.
I'm ready.
All right.
Krikit will just back up towards the bell, wherever it's at in the room, just keeping her eyes on the the things.
The watchers. Okay.
Yeah. As the bell gets rung.
And as you ring the bell, you end up back in the Tealeaf Adventuring Company lounge with Marigold kind of sitting there, just reading her book, kind of patiently waiting.
Hi, Marigold.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I had to be really quiet. Oh,
it's okay.
it must have been hard.
it was a lot. Yeah.
The rest of you guys also poofing back?
Yeah, I'll go last just for the sake of
Okay.
going
Oh, I
last.
was gonna say Ciarenne will go last because she's probably gonna like be lingering, looking at the room, but not want to stay very long. after.
Callie would not let her be last and would insist that she ring the bell first.
They would be in a fight about it.
You're just like Canadian, like, no you go, you go. You're holding up traffic.
And we're like open the door and be like, "We're gonna fix you shut," and close it and then peace out.
All right.
She's
I'm
gonna
not going
yell.
I'm not
She's gonna
going to, but
scream.
I
As you all ring and end up back in the Tealeaf Adventuring Company Guild Lounge, Miracle kind of... Everyone okay?
Yeah, I mean, I think so.
Callie stabbed me.
Well, that's not very nice.
It wasn't like me. It was like clone me.
It sure felt like it was you, Callie. It hurt so bad.
You would know if it was me.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Did you get the answers you were looking for?
It's ambiguous, but we might.
A lot of the...
It's a
different
start.
things- That's good. Maybe, is there any way I can help her?
So Alexi made some notes about, the 6 aspects of magic and potentially there being a 7th one? Or maybe a
You-
combo?
You
Said that the 8 ones are constructs, social constructs.
Yes, enchantments, evocation, all that, that's all rubbish.
Strong feelings.
You guys went after some heavy things there tonight, huh?
Well, we asked about shadow, and that's what it gave us.
Oh, jeez.
Well, we asked about how to revert things that had turned into the guardians back.
Well, I can confirm for a fact that there were 6. There were 6, now 5 aspects these physical manifestations. I was allied with a number of them for a while. And I know for a fact that Vernon Burr, along with his chosen aspect, Crew, were seeking to gain dominion of the other five for some sort of world domination or typical evil, up to no good madman's fantasy. And he was very close for a time, and he nearly succeeded. And we paid a hefty price, but we stopped him. I don't necessarily know what he was after, but he certainly didn't hesitate to want to spread his ideologies, so I didn't necessarily listen to any of it, but um,
Was that there was a tapestry with Andrea Thraxis with someone that looked like you? Was that you?
Andratraxis was the guardian of my people on the Obsidian Isles for a long time, but I've never.
Oh, okay. There was just a little tiny halfling woman with red hair, and and on the tapestry.
Maybe some sort of ancestor or something. I don't know.
Well, just you said you knew them, so okay.
Can I do an insight check?
Make an insight check, Krikit.
Can I borrow the book, Callie, while they're doing that? And I want to look through it.
Not bad.
You get the sense Marigold is being very modest. It's very well maybe her, but she's not gonna just openly admit it.
Awesome.
That's totally her.
Which book were you looking at, Ciarenne?
I wanted to look through the journal with all of the 6 magic types, 8 schools, blah, blah, blah. Because it said certain apprentices that had helped him do these discoveries and see if there's any indication of a name or anything like that in there.
There is not a specific name listed, but you, through historical context, can probably infer that it's a reference to Vernon Burr.
Okay.
Yes. Callie or Ciarenne would be on point enough to make that same connection.
Got it. So Vernon Burr probably knows how to save the Watchers.
Well,
Or maybe
do you think
Is he still around? Oh, sorry.
no.
Yeah, he's dead, right?
He's gone. We made sure of that.
But
Who did she? I'm sorry. Who did she say was gone?
Vernon Burr. So that was the apprentice to
Yeah.
Alexi that made some sort of grand breakthrough regarding all this 6 aspects of magic bullshit, and then end of notes.
So this is gonna sound probably really bad, but if he knew and he was kind of tied with Crew, do we think that maybe just one of the Crew spawn has like hidden away some of this knowledge, and we could find that there? I mean, that seems like a kind of a wild leap, but
No, Callie, that seems. I mean, as far as Crew's influence, I was pretty sure we had taken care of most of it. The Crew spawn were as much of a surprise to me as they were to any of us, but you might be onto something.
I mean, our
Yeah.
other option is maybe talk to Simmel, who gave the archive to Alexi, and see if they know anything more that we could glean.
Might be able to help with that. Simmel is very tricksy. She's a trickster. She likes to play. It won't be easy, but perhaps we can coax her out into talking.
Any lead is worth a shot.
Viewer's choice is live, guys. Get your votes in.
Did anyone tell Marigold that there was crew spawn in Dios? Marigold is crew spawn in Dios.
What? Are you sure they're not just...
No, I thought they said, but I don't know. I'm hearing the second hand, and I have a bad memory, so.
I'm so sorry. If viewer's
just
choice is not
vampires.
happening on my phone, can I just send it to?
You can send it to me. I'll vote for you.
Okay, thanks. Sorry, Brenna.
No worries. Which can be a little buggy.
Might be misremembering. This is irrelevant, but I don't know.
There were vampires in D&D.
Oh, okay.
No, Crew spawn are different than vampires.
Yeah. We'll kill them all though. Fuck them.
I can try to reach out and contact Sim if you want. I don't know how soon it'll be, but I've spoken with her before, and she likes gifts. Typically stories, books, something.
Oh. Callie like whips out 2 copies of her 2 books, like these types of books.
That might just be exactly what she's asking.
Oh fuck yes!
Nice.
See? I mean, it's a good book, but she's like an aspect of magic. Like, shouldn't it be, I don't know, like very important or something?
Are you saying my books aren't very important?
Oh, that's not what
They're very important.
They're great.
She
They're
just
good
laughs.
books. Callie.
I'm just messing with
You
you.
guys look really, really tired. You guys should just take a breather, and we'll get to the bottom of this. This is good. This is a good start. This is excellent. You guys did good. I'm sorry we couldn't save your friend, but we'll get there. I promise.
Well.
It's just gonna be a work in progress.
We're closer today than we were yesterday.
Exactly.
It's true. I was hoping for a
All
more
right.
direct answer. Like when I asked where that one thing was, it was like right there. Like,
It's the nature of the questions, I will say. The archive does not tell, it shows. So, with that, guys, you guys all did really good. There was a lot of good role-playing tonight. You guys are going to gain 1,400 experience tonight.
hey.
There's no gold reward for tonight, because Per's playing, and I just hate giving Ciarenne gold. Um,
1400 XP, you said?
1,400 experience. You're all going to gain 1 Tealeaf point.
Yay!
We're going to wait for that viewer's choice to tick down, but you guys did manage to get the bonus loot for tonight for being clever enough to search in the chest in the mirror, which I was not expecting. But I should wait for Tealeaf points to be announced, so we got like another minute, guys. Oh, we got a lot of votes already so far, so get those votes in. Awesome job tonight, by the way, guys. That was a lot of fun.
I'm glad we didn't die. Yay!
Too. My blood pressure is very high. For your
Was that enough of a lore dump though to get your juices flowing?
Oh, you saw my needlessly complex notes.
Oh yeah, it was like Luke. It's almost word for freaking word what you were saying. It's ridiculous.
I type very fast.
See, I used to do that. I don't type very fast, but I used to write word for word, and I still sometimes do for my other games. And like my DM's like, I can't with you.
You're gonna have a good story someday when the game's all over and you have perfect notes.
Yeah, exactly.
Aw. Another minute or so. Any last minute votes? There's always a surge of like those people who wait for the last minute to try to swing the vote. It's always entertaining to watch.
Just to see how it's gonna roll out.
Left.
Or the people who are like, oh fuck, I didn't vote yet. That too.
Yeah.
It was interesting to see which aspect each of you guys gravitated towards. There's a couple I expected, a couple were
I just
interesting.
grabbed Simmel because I thought diamonds sounded the most expensive, but then I realized she was the lore one afterwards.
Mhm.
And I'm like, yeah, that fits. It's a tie.
We have a tie, so both. I'll take the
Oh,
top
shit.
out here. Both Callie and Brenna can both have a bonus Tealeaf point. I'll
Yay.
just DM straight the other one.
Oh, thanks guys.
Yeah,
This is just.
nice.
Never mind.
I'll take the cop out there. I'll take the cop out. So,
Congratulations.
the loot for this evening, we have 2 items. The first is a Boon of the Archive, and the second are strange Lodestones made of that strange metallic material.
You gonna dump everything on the Boon again, Kelly?
Oh, tempt me.
Here's
going to
another
bid
Boon of the
5.
Archive.
What
After
does that
reading
do
this
again?
this is +1 to any ability score of your choice.
Did you put this up on the map, or am I just?
I should
Oh, there it
pop
is.
up.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
Sorry, thank.
I apparently was really drunk when I typed this because there's a lot of typos. But
You're
after
doing
reading
great.
this ancient tome of knowledge, you may increase any ability score of your choosing by 1 to a maximum of 20. It It only works once. You can't share it. Just one time, +1 to any ability score.
This is how I get my cleric multi-class, guys. I need 13 wisdom.
All right. The other, maybe not equally interesting, but definitely interesting for some, that should have popped up. These are Archaonium Lodestones, and there are 3 of them. They can be used within the Accursive Archive as an action to heal a target creature for 1d8 plus proficiency hit points. They're like archive health potions.
I say we keep those in the community in case somebody goes in there. That's my vote on that. Just throwing it out there.
Alrighty, what do we want to bid on first, people?
Lodestone? I need more time to hesitate.
Alright, let's bid on the Lodestones then. So the command, as always, /W, /GM, and then the number. If you would like to bid on the Archaonium Lodestones, get your bids in now. If you like these sort of archive missions and you want a little bit of a safety net to not die in them, definitely get those bids in now. Going once. Going twice. Alrighty, we have a winner. For 1 Tealeaf point, those 3 Lodestones are going to go to Callie.
Nice.
Alrighty.
My girl Callie, getting her other girl back.
Alright. Nicely done, nicely done. Alrighty, and the big one. These are always big spenders. People dump a lot of Tealeaf points on these. I'm going to delete that handout now if you just want to put those in your inventory, Callie.
Yep, I'm doing it right now.
Beautiful, okay. The other is the Boon of the Archive. Sorry, did I delete it on you?
Yeah, it's okay. I got it.
Yeah, 1d8 plus proficiency. If you would like to bid on the Boon of the Archive, +1 to any ability score, you can't go over 20. Get those bids in now.
Can't bid more than 20? Aw, shoot. I guess
No, you can't boost your ability score over 20. If you had 20... No, if you had over 20... If you had 20 strength, you couldn't use this to boost to 21.
Yeah. Okay, wait.
It is valuable. This is a rare chance to increase some ability scores. So get your boats in now. We'll start now. Going once. Going twice. Got some bids. Going
My
once.
bid is 5, just so you guys know.
Going twice. Going thrice. Any last minute bids? Maybe? Alrighty, we have a winner. For 3 Tealeaf points, going in heavy is going to be Ciarenne.
You know what's Ciarenne? I knew that bitch. You were a bitch right off the bat. It was directed at you.
Alright. There we
I
go.
know you have more TP than you know what to do with. Luke, I want to buy in for my backstory.
Oh, alright. -15 TLP.
Yeah. I love you, Perp.
Oh yeah. Congrats. Alright, Ciarenne, what are you going to put that extra point into?
I don't know. I have to think about it.
Okay, well, let me know.
Mostly just making Brenna miserable by taking the boon.
Ooh.
I'm just kidding.
They're good. It's
I have to go back to the archives now so I can.
That was just my comment for you telling me I'm a bitch.
You guys
I didn't do it to take it from you.
Should have been 3. I almost bid 3. I really wanted to be a cleric.
Well, we're wrapping up a little bit early tonight, guys, but I hope you had fun. There's a lot of good tidbits, a good starting point for tonight. I don't want to give you all of the answers up front. This is a long-term sort of plot line, but we've got a good lead. We got some more questions than answers, which isn't always a bad thing, but we have options, which is good. I hope you all had fun. I know archive missions can be a little different, a little tense, but thank you guys for playing. Thank you guys for participating. I hope everyone had fun. We at the game room are going to raid out to a community member like we always do. So whoever it is, whoever we decide on, tell them Dungeon Daddy said sup with a little winky face. We will see you Monday night with TheCursedKraken DMing. I had to look at priority, but it's probably... I don't even know. I'll let you guys know what tier it ends up being. But have a lovely weekend. Take care of yourselves. And
Bye,
we'll catch you next time.
guys.
Bye,
Awesome
everybody.
game.
Two.
That was really fun.
Yay.